Don't just build a brand, build a movement. As solo and small business owners, we often fall into the trap of creating marketing for the sake of creating marketing. This also holds true when we are out there thinking what our brand is about, and how do we want people to perceive us, and so on and so forth. And what happens is that it ends up feeling very superficial, just feels like a means of um, selling your products or services without having the underlying meaning of why. So, as an organic marketing strategist and coach, it becomes my responsibility to tell my clients that is it possible that we can build something more, something that can be a rallying cry to get a tribe together. Sure, you still want to sell your products and services, want your business to be recognized out of a crowd. There is no better way but to be part of something larger, be part of a tribe. So let's talk a little bit about that. How being a larger force, a transformative force, can make all the difference from being just perceived as ordinary to being unforgettable. If you think about it from a commoditized product services standpoint, think about most pens or you know pouches, brushes. These have become so commoditized that you can just swap one for another and nothing would change. It just flies under the radar, right? However, you think of the larger brands that are out there. Think of maybe a Harley Davidson. Think of a Nike. They stand for something. They stand for something larger than themselves, right? Um, as a small business, I understand that it might be a stretch, but I believe with a little bit of work, it is possible. So let's talk about how we can create this, and uh, this can be one of the things that helps you stand out in a very crowded marketplace and create something that is way beyond just a transaction between your customers. If it's possible to create an emotional connection that endures, that is a landmark that we should aspire to achieve. So, let's just look at maybe a couple of ways in which we can help our brands become transformative movements, right? The first thing that you can think about is, what does your brand, what does your business stand for? So to be able to stand for something very strongly, right? um, if if I were to talk about me, this would mean that why is it that I'm doing this? Why am I an organic marketing coach for solo and small business owners? Why do I go out of my way to do stuff for solo and small business owners? um, and that's purely mission based. It's not like a how to, it's like I really want to impact solo and small business owners to be able to do at least the phase 1 or phase 2 of the marketing on their own, because I understand that when you're a solo and small business owner, you have too many things to take care of. You are uh, somehow managing everything, you are somehow ensuring that things are getting done, you're somehow managing that there is salaries to be paid at the end of the month. So from that perspective, I understand that marketing may not be like such a high priority, but it should be, right? So I stand for making sure that digital marketing is accessible and easy to produce for solo and small business owners. That's my mission. So if you could create a mission for your business, for your products and services that can accumulate a tribe, that can get a tribe moving, that would be amazing. Number two, every great story needs a good villain. So define a villain, uh, stand against something. What is it that you stand against, right? And we've s- heard it a million times that a good movie or a good story needs a good villain. In the shadow of a good villain does a hero actually blossom and rise over the obstacles, rise over the barriers that keep him in check, right? So the villain should be the root cause of the problems that are being faced by your customers. It's a narrative where you understand that this may be a little bit distinct from your brand's offerings, but it is an emotion that keeps your customers awake at night, right? So maybe a particular statement can help you. Let's say something like, what Dash is doing to our customers is wrong or isn't right. What Dash is doing to our customers isn't right. So for me, what overwhelm and confusion is doing to my customers is not right, because I understand that the number one problem is that solo and small business owners have too much to do and they get overwhelmed, they get confused. Kare to bhi kya kare? What do we do, right? In terms of marketing, we see people uh, who are in same or similar businesses do digital marketing, but I don't know how to do that, right? So it's the O and that the confusion that comes along with it that I am trying to fight against in terms of my case. So find a villain that you can stand against. That's number two. Third is share authentically. Now, obviously, authenticity matters, and people can see past a veil of deceit, right? So ensure that you are not just sharing the house, but also sharing the values, the ethics, the ideals that you stand for, right? Or what your business stands for. Ideally, if you're a solo and small business owner, then basically the two align. Your business is an extension of you. So um, do share those things. What is it that keeps you going? What gets you um, out of bed every morning? What gets you excited? What is what are the problems that you want to solve for your customers, right? So share authentically, and with this kind of personal content, you open a window for them to look into your thought process and how it is that they can also be ingrained into the part of this moment if they resonate with it, right? So that's number 3, share authentically. Number 4 is to engage with community. This is perhaps the number one, or very close to the top activity that I keep telling my clients to do, is that please go out and talk to your customers. Please go out and create relationships, bonds with your customers. If you're just starting out, do stuff for free for them, right? Um, because in today's day and age, even with digital marketing, followers are not enough. You need community, you need advocates in the community that can support you, that can align with your movement, that can help you build relationships, that can answer questions in your stead, right? A good community does all of those things, and advocates do even further. They uh, they rally or champion the cause, and they help other people join in. Instead of you being the center of it all, the community helps. Community is the tide that lifts all boats. So engage with your community, do AMAs, go out there, and at every juncture, if there is a chance for you to do one-on-ones with them, please go ahead and do those, right? So yeah, it's a very powerful tool to help build movement and not just your brand. And this is perhaps something that I should not be saying, because this is for, I'm guessing, this is 101. Without this, none of this matters, right? So offering real value, not superficial, not just on the surface, no kind of deception, just offering real value. Sometimes if you need to do that for free, so be it. Do it consistently, do it with zero expectations, generously, and being extremely respectful to the community that you're trying to build, right? um, because ultimately real value is what facilitates massive change. um, so every course that I do, every workshop that I do, I try to ensure that I am not holding myself back. I'm not thinking about, oh, should I only share the why and the what of it and not the how? No, that is not uh, the case. Even if I'm thinking about a lead magnet, I'm thinking about what is that one narrow problem that I completely solve, right? It should be a non problem after the end of that conversation or discussion or course or lead magnet or whatever it is, right? So offer real value, and even in terms of your products and services, they should be massively valuable. uh, they should solve the problems that your customers come to you for, um, and take it from there. Yeah. So uh, this is I this is a hallmark of real value. When you start hearing your customers speak about tangible results that have happened when they have engaged with you, when they have bought your services or products, when they have engaged with your business, um, or even if they called in and said that, hey, you have fantastic customer service. There are some businesses out there that you may not buy from, but just listening to how they deal with uh, customer service is such a delight that you want to engage with them. So Yeah, every touch point offer real value to your customers. No two ways about it. So let me do a quick recap. Stand for something, define a villain, share authentically, engage with your community, and offer real value to not just build a brand, but to build a movement, a tribe, a community that helps your mission move forward and thus becomes the tide that rises all boats, including your business and your revenue and profits, and so on and so forth. So, uh, with that, the only thing that I have left to say over here is keep at it. This does not happen overnight. You need to work into it. Even I'm working into it, right? Keep at it. Uh, don't just build a business, try to shape your legacy one person at a time. That's how I think it will become a lasting brand that can become a movement. So, thank you all today. Uh, have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow with some more organic marketing goodness. Thank you. Bye.